So a lot of people have been asking me about the morning routine I've used to become a D-list celebrity and multi-millionaire. Morning routines have been a critical part of my success because it's allowed me to have some structure in every day. That structure allows me to have more predictable outcomes. And the outcomes that I wanted to achieve were balling, shot calling, and flexing on the haters. And over the last few years, if not the whole decade, if you've been watching me on YouTube, I've done that with a staggering degree of success. And the morning routine has been a huge part of that. So here's how it starts. My morning starts at 4:30 a.m. And here's the thing, it doesn't matter when I went to sleep. The plan is always to go to sleep around 9:30 or 10. But no matter when I go to sleep, I wake up at 4:30. I don't give myself leeway. If I wake up and I'm tired because I didn't go to sleep early enough, I say to myself, well, this is the bed you made, bitch. And now you're gonna have to deal with it. You're just gonna be tired, you fucking bitch. So I take my bitch ass out of bed and I walk to my alarm, which is stuffed into my robe. See, this is all strategic. The key to waking up early is to set it up the night before. So the night before, my alarm is set and it's far enough away from my bed where I must get up out of bed to turn it off. We've all had that experience where we slept with our phone next to our bed and we turn off the alarm and fall right back asleep. I know you all been there. That's one of the many reasons I'm significantly more wealthy than you. I turn off the alarm and then I put the robe on. The reason I have to put the robe on because my room is freezing. That's a pro tip. If you want to sleep better, make your room as cold as possible. So I put my robe on, put my slides on, and then I immediately walk out the room. This is critical. Once I leave my bedroom, the very first thing I do is go out on my balcony, take a photograph of the Atlantic Ocean, post it to Instagram with the timestamp. This is very important, this is critical. I put the timestamp on there so the motherfucking haters and the competition know that they've been losing for hours. These motherfuckers are waking up at 6, 7, 8, thinking they're competing with me. I want them to know that they've been losing in their sleep. They can't even keep up. They're already hours and hours behind. I want them to have to sit with that and understand, fuck, Randy's beating me again. And that's how I like to start my day. Now, at this point, I'm still barely conscious. I walk to my kitchen and I drink the pre-workout that I made the night before. This is critical. You gotta prepare it the night before, because remember, I'm really sleepy. I'm mixing it with BCAAs because I wanna mitigate muscle loss when working out on an empty stomach. So after I drink that, I immediately sit down and I write my goals down. And I do that for a few reasons, but before I tell you why I do that, make sure you hit the like button. I used to write my goals down in just a notebook or on paper, but now I'm super rich and I feel poor using notebook paper when I can use the iPad mini. I bought it just for that reason. So I write my goals down, visualize it, and I do something that a lot of people may not tell you about. I'll go over something I call the list of hate. These are all the people who've crossed me, betrayed me, anyone who's ever crossed me. They go on the list of hate. I just go over the list, just go over it in my mind. When you reach a certain level of success, you can get real comfortable and you can take your foot off the gas. The problem with that is every time you relax, every time you chill, every time you're not working hard, the haters are winning. The haters are winning. And you can't let the haters win. These motherfuckers been trying to stop me for 10 years. And every year, I keep getting better, keep going harder, more jewelry, bigger following, in better shape. Every metric improves. The hating ain't working. The shit talking ain't working. However, it works. It just doesn't work the way they think it will. I'm a machine fueled by rage. So I go over that list to understand why I'm working for. Then I meditate for about 15 minutes. I do this every day. I actually do this twice a day, in the morning and in the afternoon. The main benefit I get from meditation is it helps me respond instead of reacting. Something's always gonna happen in your life. There's gonna be problems, there's gonna be fires you're gonna have to put out, and you don't wanna react all crazy and wild. What you wanna do is respond appropriately to that situation. And nothing has helped me control that response more than meditation. I have a whole video about how meditation helps me stay calmer, helps my mood, helps me make money. If you want to see that video, the link should be in the description. So after goals, meditation, and a list of hate, it's time to work out. So I brush my teeth, bam, put my workout clothes, then I head to the gym in my building. And this first workout, I'm just waking up. I'm probably not going crazy hard. I'm doing a lot of body weight stuff in my very first workout. I'll do cardio for about 30 minutes. Maybe I'll go an hour if I feel like it, and really at a slow pace, but I'm also reading when I do that. On the Kindle app, if you have a Kindle book and the audio book, the Kindle app will read the fucking book to you. I'm listening to the book and I'm reading it. I actually comprehend and retain the information a lot better because I'm digesting it in multiple ways. And one thing I do before I leave the gym is I always make sure I take a douchebag shirtless selfie. A lot of people may see this and they think, oh, this is a thirst trap for the hoes, but that's not the intention. The intention is to let the haters know that they're losing on that front as well. I just want to leave no ambiguity that they are losing when they compare themselves to me in every metric. People always ask me, Brandon, what do you eat for breakfast? Especially you do ketogenic diet, what do you eat for breakfast? I'm glad you asked. I've been eating 2 cans of sardines for breakfast and a big glass of water. The reason I chose sardines for breakfast is not just because they're delicious, but it's also because the efficiency. I don't have to prepare it. I just open the can and eat, and I just throw the can away when I'm done. No cleanup time, no prep time. I also use disposable utensils only. I'm not trying to do no dishes ever because it's a waste of time. Cooking's a waste of time and cleaning is a waste of time. This allows me to do neither. While I'm eating, I usually watch ESPN or some sports show to just catch up on what's going on in the sports world. I literally do not watch TV on my big TV. I watch it on my other iPad with the bigger screen. And that's for a reason, because if I sit down on the couch and I turn on ESPN, we've all been there. You watch SportsCenter and you just get sucked into it and you can't stop. But when I watch TV, I use YouTube TV on my iPad, it feels temporary. It's easier to shut off, and I'm not sitting on the couch, so I'm not so comfortable where I don't want to get up. Another reason sardines are so good, I've been wearing a continuous glucose monitor on my arm for a few reasons. One, because I'm a psycho, and I want to check how my body is responding to different foods, and there's almost no glucose spike when I eat the sardines. The reason that's important, because when you get these wild spikes in glucose, it can mess with your energy. You ever eat a big meal and then you're tired after? That's what that is. When your blood glucose levels go above 110, your pancreas secretes a hormone called insulin. And that insulin spike will actually lower your glucose levels, but it has a tendency to drop it so low that you actually get tired from it. So those spikes in glucose really slow people down, me in particular. By the time I'm done with breakfast, it's about 7 a.m. The competition might just be waking up. When they're just waking up, I get to work. And I work for a few hours uninterrupted. This is an important time for me because I have about 30 employees and they're gonna be asking me questions, hitting me up. I use that time as something called deep work. This is where I can work on a task without distractions for about an hour. And I get more done in that hour than most people get done all day. It's just hardcore, intense work. And then I have my first team meeting of the day. That's at 8 a.m. And then I'm just working. Depending on the day, I'll have a meeting with my students who I teach to build their online fitness business, where I'm coaching them, seeing how much money they make, how many clients they got, success they're having, any struggles they're having, anything I can help them with. Right after that meeting, I'm doing my second workout of the day. So here's the thing I've been doing. If you want, I'll do a whole video about it, maybe. But instead of doing one long 60-minute weight training workout, the way most people do, I break my workouts up into 2 or 3 workouts. In a perfect world, I'd be doing 3 20-minute workouts instead of 1 60-minute workout. I have no data to back this up. This is legit bro science, but I do look like me, and most people look like you. Here's my rationale behind this. If you're working out for 60 minutes, the intensity will dwindle throughout that hour. This is why a lot of trainers will tell you that you should start with your weakest body parts first, because that's when you'll have the most intensity. What if you just did the first part where you had the most intensity, gave your body some time to rest, recover a few hours, and then do the same thing again at the same intensity, and you do that 3 times? I feel like that has to be more effective. You can take advantage of nutrient partitioning, meaning after a workout, you're gonna be more insulin sensitive. Your body's gonna have a way more anabolic environment, so it can utilize the nutrients you eat more effectively. This is the whole post-workout window and all that other shit. Imagine if you had 3 post-workout windows. How can that not be more effective? I don't have any data to support this. Zero. It's all anecdotal. I'm never like too tired to do anything after my workout because I break it up into 3 20-minute sessions instead of 1 60-minute sessions. Hey, give it a shot. Tell me how you feel. You won't be able to do this unless you have a gym in your home or your building. If you have to commute to the gym, then just forget everything I have to say. I'm usually drinking my protein shake after it, and I'll probably take my vitamins right there. The main ones I take is vitamin D, about 5,000 IUs every day. This is critical, especially for people with darker skin. Our skin repels vitamin D, so we don't absorb as much vitamin D from the sun as our Caucasian counterparts. As a result, a lot of Black and Latino people have vitamin D deficiencies because our skin was made to be outside by the equator all day. We spend most of our days indoors. So it's very important for people with darker skin tones to supplement with vitamin D regularly. I also think a bunch of other shit is not really important and I don't feel like going into it. After that, the task I do depends on the day. Recently, I've been filming a lot more content. It can fluctuate depending on what's going on. But the early morning, that stays the same. Even when I'm traveling, I'm up at 4:30, I'm getting it in. I'm packing sardines with me in my carry-on. My morning routine is the way it is because I have this weird thing in my head. It's a sickness, maybe a disorder, where I really pride myself on doing things that people think is too hard to do. So when people hit me and say, man, I could never wake up that early, I usually say something to the effect of, yeah, you know, it's not for everyone, man. But what I'm really thinking is, of course you couldn't. Of course you couldn't. You could never be me. You could never do what I do. There's a long list of things I do that you can't do, and waking up early is like the least impressive thing on that list. You don't have to wake up at 4:30 a.m. to be successful. There's lots of people who sleep in. I think Jeff Bezos, he says he wakes up at 7 a.m. and he's the second richest man on earth. But me, being in the prime of my life, I still find it more effective to wake up at 4:30 a.m. And even being keto, I do think I personally get a lot of benefits from the ketogenic diet. However, the main benefit is the pride I get when people say, man, I can never do that. Yeah, of course. There's all types of shit I do you can't do. And that's weird. That's sick. That's a sickness. I have a problem. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram, King Keto. I'm way more active and I'm posting all the time. And subscribe to this channel. We are doing one long form video every week and I'm posting YouTube shorts every day. You don't want to miss out on none of this content. Don't miss out on this, man. Come on, hit subscribe, let's get it.
There's gonna be times in your life where people are gonna be like, oh man, you don't have to work that hard. You can take a break. Oh man, you've accomplished so much. One day won't hurt. Right? Fuck you, bitch. You don't know shit about success. You hoes don't know shit about victory. That's what I think every time, man. Like some girl be like, oh, you don't have to work hard. You can sleep in. You can eat this. You can do that. Like, fuck you, bitch. You don't know shit about victory, hoe. You ain't never accomplished no real shit in your life, bitch. Fuck that.